So everything just gets divided by x.
Yep. What would you get?
So would it just be 7x cubed
Yep. What else?
minus 2x squared plus 6?
Mm-hmm. How about B?
You just get x plus 7.
C?
Would you divide 12 by 3?
You would have to factorize the top.
Okay.
And here's my guess. One of the brackets will be x plus 3. Don't know if that's helpful. You can also use the old calculator. Lots of different ways of doing it.
Okay. Wait, so when factorizing, I'm a bit like confused in like how factorizing works.
It might be because I taught you the very quick, efficient method, but not the GCSE way. So we need x squared.
Yeah.
So what times what will make x squared?
X times x, so you get two brackets.
Yep. It's two brackets because we've got three terms, nothing in common.
Yeah.
Instead of two terms with one thing in common. And they need to, when we expand them, we'll get 7x or we'll get plus 12. What would the other number be?
Would it be 4?
Yep.
So would it be two numbers that add to make 4, two numbers that multiply to make 12?
Multiply to make 12, add to make 7.
Yeah. So the answer would be x plus 4.
Yep, x plus 4. Question D.
Uh, 2x minus a half, or 2x minus 0.5. Oh no, it would be just 2. Would it?
Where would where'd you get 2x?
6x divided by 3x. Would that not be right?
No. Fully factorize the top, fully factorize the
Oh,
bottom.
okay.
Because of BIDMAS, you have to multiply and divide before you add and subtract.
Yeah.
And so instead of having plus or minus between all of them, we put them into brackets so they have times between them so that we can then do it.
Wait, so when factorizing the top, would it be two numbers that multiply to make 5 and add to make 6?
Yep.
So it'd just be 5 and 1.
Yep.
So it'd be x plus 5, x plus 1 over...
Right. Calculator. Equation. Polynomial. Degree 2. So the top one, 165. We got minus 1 and minus 5. So x equals minus 1 or x equals minus 5.
So would it be x plus 1, x plus 5?
Yes, and so that is just another way of writing the top part.
Yeah.
Do something similar for the bottom.
Is the bottom x minus 2, x plus 5?
Yep.
Right. So it'd be x plus 1 over x minus 2.
Well done.
Is that the answer?
Yep.
Okay.
And last one.
Okay. So I got for the top x plus 1.5 and x plus 4.
What would you have to do? So factors can't be decimals or fractions. What would you have to multiply everything by to change 1.5 into a whole number?
The half.
So let's say it was originally x equals 1.5 or x equals 3 over 2, was it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's minus 3 over 2. But it'd be 3 over 2. So would you multiply it by 2?
Yep, multiply both sides by 2.
So just the top half, both sides need to be multiplied by 2, or the whole fraction?
Just the left side and the right side of x equals minus 3 over 2.
So it'd be 3.
And what would happen to the x?
X squared. Wait. 2x.
Yeah, so 2x equals minus 3. And when you bring them into the bracket onto one side next to each other?
So it'd be brackets 2x. Would that be right? 2x plus 3.
Yes.
Okay.
2x plus 3. And the other one didn't have any fractions or decimals, so that's all right. X plus 4.
And then x plus 4 cancels out, so the answer is 2x plus 3 over x plus 4. No, x plus 3.
Yep.
Wait, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah.
2x plus 3 over x plus 3. Great.
Yeah.
And the calculator might speed up the factorizing a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, let's give this a go.
Okay.
Let me just check one thing.
Okay.
Real quick. Pure one practice book. I think I extracted every exam question. This is 7.1. Yep. That's all there is to it. Okay, how about this?
Okay. So first, would you factorize top and bottom?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But the top say cubic, isn't it?
Yep. Nothing your calculator can't handle.
Yep. So it'd be 6x cubed plus 3x squared minus 84x plus... Would it just be plus 0 at the end?
Yep.
Okay. So x is 7 over 2, x1, x2 is minus 4, and x3 is 0. So they would be on the top brackets x minus 7 over 2.
Can't have fraction or negative. Can't have fraction or decimal, so what do you do?
So you multiply, so it'd be 2x minus 7.
Yep.
And then brackets x plus 4 brackets. Oh, no, there wouldn't be a bracket, it would just be x.
Well done. I'm going to stick that at the front.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you put the other one into the calculator.
Mm-hmm.
x1 is 7 over 2. x2 is 2. So it'd be 2x minus 7 brackets. And then x minus 2 on the bottom.
Very good.
And then the 2x minus 7s will both cancel out.
Mm-hmm.
So the answer is x brackets x plus 4 over x minus 2.
X minus 2. Yeah, I hate this. A is 1. That's weird.
Yeah.
So B is 4, C is minus 2, but A is 1. It's very weird for him to write it like that.
Yeah.
Very weird. Okay. Let's just see this one. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna say not just yet. I'm gonna
Okay.
say kind of. Hang on. I think we'll just do an explanation. 5x plus 3 over x. 5x plus 3 over x. And so that's what this fully simplifies down to. Or maybe maybe the previous one? No. You remember at the very start we divided everything by x for this one?
Yeah.
You can do something similar here. So you can do the opposite of adding two fractions together, which is just like bringing them apart.
Yeah.
And so what would the first part simplify to?
5.
Yeah. And so that is just a different way of writing the same.
Okay. So you split it up, the fraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's it's common enough if you have one thing on the bottom. This is essentially an improper fraction. This is essentially a mixed number. So in the same way that you would have 3.5, this is a bit like 5 and 3 over x.
Why is it written with a plus then?
Just because if you think about it, 3.5 should be written as 3 plus a half.
Yeah.
But it's just the convention. With algebra, they put the plus. It's just convention. Ooh, okay. Let's try this one.
Okay. So can you factorize the bottom first?
Yep.
Okay. So I got x squared minus 2x plus k over brackets x minus 1 brackets x plus 3 equals x minus 5 x minus 1.
Okay. Thoughts? How do you think we finish this?
Could you do something with the other side of the equals with the x minus 1 and simplify them out with the other x minus 1?
Maybe. Just take a guess. What would be the other two brackets?
One of them would be x plus, one of them would be x minus. Would that be right?
I don't know. Spot the difference. What's missing from the bottom on the right?
X plus 3.
And so, what do you know about one of the brackets on the top?
Would be x minus 1.
The x plus 3 has to cancel out.
Oh. Okay. So one of them is x plus 3.
Yep. So what must the other bracket be?
x minus 5.
And so how would you get k?
Would you k is not in any of the brackets.
K is the number when you expand the brackets.
So would you need to calculate by simplifying the fraction? Or would you multiply the brackets together?
Yep. And
Expand the brackets.
if you do that, you'll get x squared, you'll get minus 5x, you'll get plus 3x.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And what else?
So you get... It would be minus 15.
Well done. Boom. That's it.
Yeah.
There's probably a smart algebraic way of doing it.
Yeah.
It's called inspection. All right. It's getting weirder.
Okay. So would this be right? I got the top half of the fraction. I got 2x minus 1 and then 2x plus 5. And then for the bottom half I got brackets 2x plus 5 and then 3x minus 2.
Okay. And so what about k?
K is on the bottom half, so would k be minus 10?
I didn't check.
2.
What was on the bottom, sorry? Of your one?
I got 2x plus 5, 3x minus 2.
No, 2x plus 5 doesn't cancel. We need 2x plus 5 on the top. 2x plus 5 definitely isn't on the bottom. What is on the bottom?
So would it be 3x minus 2 then?
Yes.
On the top.
3x minus 2 is on the bottom. What cancels out from the top?
2x minus 1.
Yes. That's it.
And then you multiply 2 and minus 2 and minus 1, which gives you 2.
That's it. So k equals 2. Grand. Good. Let me see. That is very similar to the example, which gave you no trouble.
Yeah.
And the example A was 1. Nah, that's easy stuff. Okay, that stuff.
Tick.
Told you. How do we divide one by another?
You need to factorize it first.
It doesn't always factorize. For this one, there's a few different methods. I'm going to teach you the long, slow one that will just always work.
Okay.
No one ever makes mistakes with it. Do you know how to do long division with numbers?
Yes. Like with, yeah.
Bush shelter. The old lady goes under the bush shelter. The young girl stands outside. Okay. So we divide this into this, and you only need to compare the x's. So x cubed divided by x, what do you get?
X squared.
X squared. And so x squared times x minus 3, what do you get?
Times minus 3.
These two times each other?
The minus 3, and
Both of them.
it would give you x cubed minus 3x.
3x squared?
Yeah.
And subtract, what do you get?
You get minus. Would you get a minus?
2 minus minus 3.
Oh, you get 5x squared.
Yeah, 5x squared. You bring down minus 17x and you do it all again.
One second. Let me just write this down.
Right. You just try to divide x minus 3 into what we now have, 5x squared minus 17x.
So what we're dividing by now?
These two.
Okay.
So how many
So you get
times?
4 x. No, 5x.
Yeah. So that's going to be plus 5x. What's next?
Would you divide it by minus 17x as well?
No. You just need to compare the first two. So you do 5x times that.
Which gives you 5x squared.
Yeah. And
minus 17.
5x times minus 3.
Minus 15x.
Yeah.
And then you take away.
Yep.
So the 5x squared both cancel out.
Yep.
So you get minus 2x.
Mm-hmm. What's next?
Then do you multiply by x?
Bring down your 6.
So you get plus 6. And then do you multiply the minus 2x?
Divide.
So you just get minus 2 plus 6.
Just minus 2.
Okay.
You only need to compare the first two. And then multiply.
Minus 2x.
Go on.
Minus 2x. And then you multiply them, the 6 and the minus 3.
Minus 2 times
Oh,
both.
okay. So you get 6 plus 6.
And you get no remainder. So actually it would have factorized, but we'd be getting it. That'd be a bad habit to get into. And so what is our answer?
minus 2x plus 6.
Um,
Wait, would it be 0?
so remainder of 0. Where does the answer go in regarding the bus shelter?
X squared plus 5x minus 2.
Yeah. And so it's just algebraic long division will work. There's different methods of doing it, and we'll get there. Grand. Grand. And x squared plus 2x plus 5x minus 2. Okay. And so what that shows you is if 36 is 9 if 36 divided by 9 is 4, then 9 times 4 must be 36.
Yeah.
And so if this divided by this gives you this, then x cubed plus 2x squared minus 17x plus 6 must be equal to those two times each other.
Yeah.
That's an algebraic method. Practice time.
Okay.
There's a little trick I have to help you with. Or maybe not. Hold on. So this is more like it. This is definitely more like it. Yeah, there we go. 18. How about this one?
So would you use long division for this?
Yep.
So would it be 2x minus 1 on the outside? And then 2x cubed plus 3x squared minus 8x plus 3 on the inside. And then the first thing you do is you do 2x divided by 2x cubed.
Yep.
So you get on the top 2x squared.
2 divided by 2?
1. So just x squared.
Yep. So I teach a girl in primary school. This is the DMS method. Divide, multiply, subtract. So we divided. What's next?
Multiply.
Mm-hmm.
So multiply x squared minus 1.
X squared times 2x minus 1.
So you get 2x cubed minus 1.
It's x squared times both of them.
So you get 2x cubed minus x squared.
Yep. And you'll notice that you always get the same thing at the start twice. That's so when you subtract them, that's eliminated.
Yeah. Now you minus subtract.
Mm-hmm.
So you get 0 on the bottom, on the left, bottom left.
Mm-hmm.
And you get 4x to the power of 4. Or to the power of 2.
Multiplying and dividing changes the power. Adding and subtracting changes the coefficient.
Okay. And then you bring down minus 8x.
Well done.
Then do you multiply 2x, you divide 2x by 4x squared,
Mm-hmm.
which gives you 2x, just 2x.
Mm-hmm.
And then you multiply 2x minus 1 by minus 8x.
You multiply 2x by 2x minus 1.
Okay. So you get 4x squared minus 2x.
Yep.
And then you subtract again. So you get minus minus. Okay. Minus 6x. And then you bring down the 3 plus 3 in the end.
Mm-hmm.
And then you do 2x multiplied by minus 6x.
We just brought the 3 down. What's next? DMS, down arrow. We just did the down arrow.
Oh. So you do divide again.
Mm-hmm.
So you do minus 6x, well, 2x minus 2x divided by minus 6x.
Yeah. I think the minus 6 is on the top.
Okay. You get minus 3.
Okay.
And then do you do 2x multiplied by minus 3?
Both of them. So minus 3 times
Oh, right.
2x minus 1.
So the answer is x squared plus 2x minus 3.
Mm-hmm. Well done. Part B.
Okay. So you get x minus 1, x plus 3.
Okay. And so 2x minus 1, x minus 1, x plus 3. And the previous one was 2x minus 1, x squared plus 2x plus 3, minus 3. Question C.
So would the real roots be x equals 1 and x equals minus 3?
Yeah. And there was one more, the one that they gave us.
So would you... So would it be 2x minus 1, but you need to work that out?
Yeah.
Okay. So x is a half.
That's it. And so what was the full answer for part B?
The full answer
For part B.
would be written out as 2x minus 1 brackets x squared plus 2x minus 3 equals x minus 1 x plus 3.
You forgot one bracket.
Oh, so it'd be written out as 2x minus 1 and then x minus 1 x plus 3.
Yeah. plus 3. So that's what I was making sure of. Yeah, because when you do like x times x times x, you'll get x cubed, and so it has to stay as a cubic. Grand. X is 1 or x equals minus 3. Okay. Grand. So what's this all about? Let me see this one. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna skip a little thing because there's something they're not telling you. This one, you see how there's no x cubed?
Yeah.
You would just write 0x cubed and it all works out.
Okay.
So what would you write for the rest of it?
Minus 17x squared plus 4.
You fell for the trap. Something's missing.
So you don't write plus 4?
Plus 0x. Because there's no x term.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah.
And just long division.
Okay.
There's a long explanation. I'm not going to do this one because we'll do it later.
Okay.
This one, when you do the long division, you get a remainder of minus 6.
Yeah.
So the remainder is minus 6. For our ones, so there they just wanted the remainder. Maybe I'll show you. Remember our thing with like 5.5, like the big numbers? And we're doing algebraic fractions.
Yeah.
Like 3.5, that's 5 and 3
Yeah.
over x. 5 plus 3 over x. If you change 14 over 3, that becomes 4 and 2/3.
Yeah.
Which is like 4 plus 2/3.
Yeah.
It divides in 4 times exactly. The remainder is 2/3.
Yeah.
And so with these ones here, you know the way the solution for these, the solution
Pardon?
for this one would be x equals 3. Sub 3 for x here. Or let's say one way you could check your answer for these is you could sub in one of the roots and you should get 0.
Okay.
Let me go back. No. So to check your answer, so remember we were saying like the f of x is equal to 0.
Yeah.
And you said x equals, what was x equal to? X equals 1. Substitute in 1. What is the f of 1?
So I work it out, but substitute 1 in.
No, just sub 1 into the original one. So 2 times 1 cubed.
Will it just be the same because it's multiplied by just 1?
Okay, well x turns into 1, so you're going to get a numerical answer.
Oh.
So what would you get for that?
You get 0.
Well done. That's because the remainder was 0.
Yeah. So if you sub it in, then you should, and you've already got the remainder, you should get the remainder from subbing the number in.
Yep. So
Okay.
how about this one?
Okay.
It's only worth 2 marks, so it has to be a quick way.
So we don't have to use long division.
What way did we just find the remainder?
Subbing in. Oh, sub in plus 2.
5x minus 2, this one here, equals 0.
Oh, then you divide it by 5, don't you?
Solve for x.
Okay. So be minus 2 equals minus 5x. And then you divide by minus 5 on both sides.
Uh-huh.
So minus 2 divided by minus 5 is 2 over 5.
I'm going to say 0.4. You can use the answer button. And so sub that into the equation.
Okay.
The expression. And so I'm just going to do minus 15 answer cubed.
Okay.
You can do the same.
I got 3.
And so what is the remainder?
3.
Looks good to me. There we go. 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, how about this one?
Okay. I got 24.
No, no, no. Remainder equals 24. Nope. What was x equal to? What did you sub in for x?
Minus 3.
Yep, should have worked.
Maybe I just didn't use bracket. I didn't use brackets.
Did you use the... So use brackets, and you can always use the answer button.
Okay. I put in just 6 times minus 3 cubed minus 13 times minus 3 squared.
Put brackets around your minus 3.
And like the power.
And the power should be on the outside.
Okay. Minus 210.
I got it wrong somehow. 6. There it is. Hang on. I forgot to press answer. There we go. That's it. How would you do part A? What do you know about a factor?
Would that have to be the, like, in the when it's factorized out as brackets, would that be all 3 numbers in the brackets multiplied together to make k.
Yep. And also the remainder would be 0 if you divide by a factor.
So would you sub in -3 or no?
Yes, sub in -3.
Okay. I got -15.
For what did you sub? What did you sub in?
-3.
Into what? What did you do about the k?
I didn't do anything about it.
So that means -15 plus k is equal to what?
0.
Yep.
So then you plus 15 on both sides, so k is 15.
Yeah. Well done. That's great. The rest of that's fine. So you're okay for this stuff. That's all right. Yeah. All right. How about? How would you do part A?
Long division.
Sure. How do you? What if there was none of that? Show that 4x minus 1 is a factor of the f of x.
Could you sub in +1 for x?
4x. That would be if it was x minus 1. This is 4x minus 1.
Oh, so it'd be a quarter, so 0.25.
Yep. A quarter.
So you sub in 0.25 for x.
Yeah. And what answer should you get? If it's a factor.
What do you mean by if it's a factor?
What answer do you think you'll get without putting it into your calculator? If it's a factor. If it's a factor, there's something you know about the remainder.
Would it be 0?
Yep. That's because if you've fully factorized the top and you divide it by a factor, then that would cancel out.
Yeah.
And so there'd be no remainder. Remainder would be 0.
Okay.
So that will be equal to 0. And for all show that questions, last thing you need to say.
Therefore, 4x minus 1 is a factor of fx.
Well done. Is a factor of the f of x. Yes. And so you can see there, nothing went into my calculator. It's a show that question. And so you have to do replace all of the x's with a quarter. So actually write that, show that in a bracket, coefficient to the left, power to the right. Here I am stuck in the middle with you. It's a factor, so it's equal to 0. They told me it's going to be equal to 0. You could check in your calculator if you really wanted to. And therefore, 4x minus 1 is a factor.
So that's worth 6 marks. That's a lot of marks.
That part's worth 2 marks. This part, the long division bit, is worth 4.
So do you need to do the long division?
Yeah, you would need
Still.
to.
Okay.
Yeah, long division is fine. There's also these ones that say factorize completely. How would you factorize this completely?
Could you just put it into the calculator and it'd give you?
You could. And that's why I'm not spending too much time with those. Dividing polynomials.
Probably like between a tick and a half.
Okay, so let me just see. So factor theorem is these ones that we were just doing.
Yeah.
Given that this is a factor, find the value of a. Given that that's a factor, show that it's a factor. So you can see there it's a 2-mark question.
Yeah.
And so I skipped ahead a bit. Yeah, and so we know what we're doing. So and then after this, I believe it will be mathematical proof. There's another thing called the remainder theorem.
Okay.
And so you use the fact that it's a remainder, but it's very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, how was that for you, Adam?
That was great.
So continue this stuff next time?
Yeah, what we do next?
Next, it would be, I'll make sure we cover all the exam questions for factor theorem.
Okay.
And then mathematical proof. I don't think the factor theorem will take long.
Yeah.
Any questions for me in general?
Nope.
All right, well done, Adam. You did great.
Thank you.
I look forward to talking again next time.
You too.
All right,
Bye.
thanks. Take care. Goodbye.
You too.